What up, everybody? It's your boy WrestleFlow fans. What it is, you are here at the Raw review for May 4th, 2020. So tonight was a pretty interesting Raw. I'm actually surprised with all of this actually being a pretty well-worthy Raw. Compared to the past, obviously past few weeks with COVID going on and everything. I saw some good matches tonight. We saw AJ Styles return and be the sixth man in the Money in the Bank that is happening this Sunday, and we will be live, guys. So make sure if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 100, and once we're at 100, obviously we're gonna go from there, and we're just trying to grow the WrestleFlow fam. So definitely, guys, I will be live during the Money in the Bank. It's going to be pretty interesting because we have two Money in the Bank matches happening simultaneously on the top of the WWE corporate building. So obviously they want to try to cash it out before they move out of that corporate building. But yeah, that's going to be a pretty interesting sight. Kind of reminds me of the War Games that used to happen back in the day with WCW and everything. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, guys, tonight was pretty solid in my opinion. I would give tonight a, let's see, compared to everything else, like maybe a 7 out of 10, only because the matches were great. Storylines obviously are still kind of iffy, but overall I'm really digging where they're going with this right now. This is a better build-up than what they had for WrestleMania, and that's the bigger thing about it. I appreciate that they're actually, especially the Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins storyline is pretty good. Once again, I have voiced my opinion over and over again. I wish that they played more with the Seth Rollins character and made him a little more darker and play mind games. An interesting thing he would have done, even along with that stuff, is basically if he started interfering in random matches, playing mind games with everyone else, that would just bring up his character, kind of like what the Undertaker did with the Ministry of Darkness. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but he could be doing a lot more with that character. So that's one thing they should be doing. Another thing we saw tonight was, like I said, AJ Styles' return. So we have not seen AJ Styles ever since, he got the Buried Alive match with The Undertaker. So he is finally back with that, and, that's pretty good. Because that was a good match, because we know Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are no longer with the company as of right now. And so AJ Styles was the good choice to pick for this match. We actually thought that he was supposed to have some time off because he wanted some time off, but I guess not. This is a good way to place the sixth person in, and actually I think now that it could be between, let's see, Seth Rollins, King Corbin, and let's see who else in that match real quick. Scroll down. So we have AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio. Excuse me. AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, Daniel Bryan, King Corbin, and of course, everyone's favorite, Otis. I personally would love for Otis to have the Money in the Bank. That would be an entertaining year, and if he ends up winning. But I don't think they're going to push Otis like that in the championship realm right now. But I think my top picks for Money in the Bank right now are AJ Styles and Aleister Black, maybe King Corbin, just because you want to put a heel in the Money in the Bank as well. That's always more interesting than a face using the Money in the Bank, unless it's like a Dolph Ziggler, which is the infamous Dolph Ziggler, who should have stayed champion, and they missed the train on that, of course. So we had that. Shane Thorne and 6'5", if that's his name, they did pretty good against Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. That was a good match. I was not expecting too much from that match, but they did a pretty decent job. The match kept it entertaining because they had some high flying moves, obviously because of Ricochet, and some solid moves because of these two new guys and Cedric Alexander. So it was a pretty good mix. Then we had the other tag team match where we had the tag team champions, and then we had them versus the Viking Raiders, which the Viking Raiders beat them. I don't think this was for a championship match, but the Viking Raiders did win. Not too much of a fan of the Viking Raiders. I don't know. I just don't like their gimmick. I'm just not a fan of that type of a gimmick. But yeah, they are in here as well. And then lastly, we had Drew McIntyre versus Buddy Murphy, which was, obviously it wasn't too long of a match. It was an okay match. I like Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy should get pushed to the main title. I wish Buddy Murphy was in the Money in the Bank, and Buddy Murphy should have won the Money in the Bank, in my opinion. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Let me know, what do you think about Raw? How did you enjoy Raw? Were you digging Raw? Let me know. And are you excited for the Money in the Bank match, which is obviously where, once again, they're going to have two Money in the Bank matches happening simultaneously from each other. So that is a pretty interesting thing for the WWE to finally do, since pro wrestling has been pretty boring for the past couple of weeks, and this is a good way to be creative and use what you have at your advantage, whether it's a corporate building or anything. So yeah, I'm actually excited for Money in the Bank. Then we had Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan, which was an interesting match as well. But yeah, that's what it is. I think compared to this, so my question is Money in the Bank? So one thing I need to figure out is SmackDown having a Money in the Bank as well, or what's going on here? Money in the Bank, or are these? Oh, so right. So half of this is Otis. So let's see. So Otis, Aleister Black, King Corbin are from SmackDown, and Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, and AJ Styles, I believe, are from Raw. So this is like a mix of the two brands. And yeah, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about Money in the Bank? I actually think this is a good lineup. I would personally like Buddy Murphy to be in the Money in the Bank, but obviously it's not his time yet. But yeah. I don't know, man. I personally think that the WWE has picked up in the recent weeks, and they have been doing a pretty good job with building the storyline. I think hopefully they have learned some type of a lesson with WrestleMania of how screwed up WrestleMania was. So it's good to see Money in the Bank going in the correct direction after a while. So, but yeah, what else is in the news? Let's see. So Jimmy Uso is out from 6 to 9 months because of a knee injury. Oh my God. Because, once one of the Usos is out, the other Uso can't do much. Even though I feel like this is a good time for them to leave the company and join what their dad is doing. Their dad has like their own Samoan Bullet Club going on in the Indies, or it's in the Japanese circuit. They're doing pretty good. Let's see what else is going on. Nothing too much. They have something about the predictions for a Samoa Joe recovery and return. They totally wasted Samoa Joe. But then again, he got injured so many times ever since he has, obviously been actively doing something. It's pretty sad that, he has to deal with injury after injury, even with all of this stuff going on. So hopefully, wish him the best, man. That would be good to see. So it would have been nice to see Samoa Joe in the title picture right now. But yeah, it's just part of the game, and that's what it is. Lio Rush says he may never wrestle again. Let's look into what that is. Lio Rush, having such a bad experience with the WWE, I get it. So apparently Lio Rush is making music right now. He is available for music features. I wonder how much he's charging, because I don't know. I haven't heard any of his stuff yet, but I didn't know he was a rapper or a singer. I don't know what he is, but yeah. Let's look at a few more things, then I will be signing off, guys, for the night. Apparently, the WWE is turning a surprise superstar heel. Let's look into what that is. Apollo Crews heel. And basically him versus... So Apollo Crews and Chad Gable. He was supposed to. But then again, Apollo Crews, these guys have missed the train, man. They should have done something already. It's just one of those things. It's kind of too late on that now, in my opinion, to see any of that go down, especially with the lack of superstars that are built. And then there's so many superstars within the roster that have no personality. And that's what's harming the roster more than anything. That most of them are just generic wrestlers. And they have no personality. They have no gimmick. They have no clear pathway to where they're supposed to go as a wrestler. And that's not helping anybody's case in this instant. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. And let's get us to 100. Throw a big thumbs up. And yeah, guys, we will be live at Money in the Bank. And if we have any more developments, I will be making videos during the week to see what is popping with the wrestling arena. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? And WrestleFlow fans, WrestleFlow is out. Take care.